So floating to handstand. I done a video like this a few months ago. Here's another version. So here's me floating to handstand. Ideally you want to keep the arms straight, elbows not bent coming up, but that's a little bit hard. So just do your best. As you saw, my elbows bent a little bit. So first things first, you want to keep your wrists, shoulders, and elbows aligned as if you were standing straight but on your arms. If you have the arms apart, it's equivalent to standing in horse stance or having legs wide apart like this, right? Very hard to stand like this, on your feet and upside down. So first little exercise, bring the elbows, wrists, and shoulders in alignment and just start hovering up and hovering down with the legs spread apart. Scoop in the belly as much as possible as if you were trying to bring the abdomen in towards the spinal column. As you can see, my abs are quite scooped and I'm really pushing the abdomen inside my spinal column as much as possible. Little exercise, bring one leg up the wall and really plant the hands, spread the fingers and ground the fingers into the floor and lift the knee. And breathe, and then we're gonna do the alternate side. You're gonna lower the leg, you're gonna bring the opposite leg up the wall and you're gonna gently lift, right? Bring the knee to chest, scoop the belly and continue breathing as rhythmically and as deeply as possible. You're going to alternate a few more times. This exercise is also very nice to build flexibility in the legs, and it's also amazing to sort of passively build strength in the arms. It's not a very demanding exercise if you're already fairly decent at arm work, yeah? So next exercise, what I want you to do is walk your feet up the wall and form an L shape with your body, just like so. Push the feet into the wall and hands on the floor. Then you could practice lifting the right leg, the left leg, and alternate as needed. Have fun with this exercise. I really like this exercise a lot, and it's really good for building shoulder and arm strength. What you're gonna do in the next little exercise, it's almost the same deal. You walk your legs up the wall in an L shape, and then you try hovering gently into a handstand. There it is. This took me a little bit of time. I found it a particularly hard exercise, so just try your best and mess around with it as much as you possibly can. Next exercise, it's an ab exercise. What you want to do is bring the knees to chest. Again, scoop in the belly and breathe very deeply. Bring the knees to chest and knees to chest. And continue breathing slowly and rhythmically. And again, belly scooped and elbows, wrists, and shoulders in complete alignment. Once you're ready, it might take a few weeks, it might take a few months, you start to hover from the ball and you come into handstand. This is really nice. It's going to help you to float up into handstand when the time comes and you're ready to do so. Next exercise is you're like in downward facing dog and you just practice jumping up and jumping down. Ideally, you want to alternate legs, so continue jumping up and put most of the pressure obviously into the hands and really engage the abdomen as much as possible. I use this a lot in yoga classes, and it's also a very neat and undervalued calisthenic exercise, yeah? Next exercise, what you want to do is come to downward facing dog and just walk the feet towards the hands, get a little hovering lift with the ankles and walk back. Again, I can't emphasize enough on the importance of scooping in the belly. And so you almost want to dance your way back, feeling the abdomen's working and engaging, and then slowly step and dance your way forward. Next little exercise, same idea. Walk towards the basu ball or just float towards the basu ball. So this is like the same idea as the first exercise that we did, where you're walking forward and walking back and your legs are spread apart. And this is good for arm stability and being able to ground your hands into the floor once you're going to get rid of the basu ball. There's some people that could do a handstand on a basu ball. I can't yet, but the objective of this exercise in this video is just to be able to do a handstand on the floor. Next exercise, this gives you a bit of leverage. You put blocks underneath your feet and you plant your hands on the floor. This will actually give you more of a lift in the abdomen when practicing to hover and float into your handstand. So make sure your feet are at the center of the block or you will slip off, right? And your back will curve a little bit in this. Try and feel a very nice lift from the abdomen. And so here it is, my floating into handstand. You kick up, you float, You straighten up the body, straighten the legs, and there you go. Guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste, and feel free to visit me at www.dragonflow-yoga.com. Namaste again.